Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, Paul Revere, here to tell you that this program is brought to you by Solving World Hunger. That was easy. Hey, check it out. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and on TikTok and on Twitter. And if you like his work on the Bonehead comic, you can also watch his Bonehead cartoon. The link to all these things and more can be found in the description. Furthermore, be sure to like and share and subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hello, everybody. We got a wonderful show. We got a great show. Oh, what a show we got for you today. Oh, it's called Ink the Book Show. And I'm Ryan O'Connor. I'm inking my first graphic novel. I'm almost done inking the whole 230, 250 page book. It's kind of up in the air how many pages are in it, because there's a bunch of scenes I've added since I drew the whole thing initially. And we're inking another page today. I ink it just about every day, live, learning on the spot. Light's a little hot. So we're celebrating my niece's birthday today. She's going to be 4 on the 2nd. Today's the 30th. So I got her this little locket. It's a star-shaped locket because her and my nephews have all gotten really into Luigi's Mansion. So they're always watching like Luigi's Mansion related stuff on YouTube, and they found this cartoon called Phantom Dancing. It's a song that somebody wrote about Luigi's Mansion, and somebody made an animation to it, and it was my niece and nephew's like favorite thing for the longest time. And she particularly fell in love with the song, and at one point Luigi pulls out this star-shaped locket with a picture of Mario in it, and she wanted a picture of her brother and her sister in a star-shaped locket. She thought that would be cool, so I got her one, and I spent this morning cutting little pictures into tiny stars to put into the locket. Anyway, let's get to drawing. Enough about the love of my family. This is a simple enough start to a page. Let's get the shadow out of there. Okay. I got ink. I got tea. Scalding hot tea. What more could a little boy ask for? I'm not a little boy anymore. I'm a big boy. Huge. Oh, people are finally responding to me. I've been texting people all morning. So, I haven't re-uploaded the broadcast that was taken down off YouTube. It's called. Let me see if I can remember what it's called. Because I make up random titles for all my streams. Unlike the Troublesome Bunch from this past Thursday. On YouTube, it was taken down because I played a thing from the Gorillas, and I didn't think it was going to be any harm. The guy that brought it up didn't think it was going to be any harm because it's just this like picture of one of the characters' heads bouncing around the screen, like on a green background. It's like a screensaver looking thing. It's just a picture of his head in a circle bouncing around. And it's not music, but it must be from some project that is still, protected like music. Because I've seen copyright claims on my streams before on YouTube. I've never seen one that says blocked worldwide. So that was new and a little jarring. But I'm going to re-upload it with that part omitted, and I've replaced it with something. It's still rendering out, and it'll probably take a while to upload to the channel too. So last I saw, it was 15% rendered. My edit of the broadcast, because it's a 3-hour stream that I'm trying to fix. So I made a little thing to replace. I made a little bit of content to fill in its place. I'm not inking during that time because I'm playing the video, and it's just me like going like, do I click this? Do I click this? How do I share my screen? So I cut out a few minutes of that, and the offending piece of media I had to cut out. But I wrote a little song and put it in there. So once I upload it, which it'll either be uploaded today or tomorrow, I imagine. The broadcast is going to be called, what did I say? Unlike the Troublesome Bunch. So that's when you'll know it's up. So that's what I was working on this morning, trying to fix that. So this is like Bonehead's feet. He's standing outside a garage door, and then he throws the door open. So it's like all in darkness here. So this is like a nearly all black panel. I'm sorry, African American panel. Just kidding. It's a color, not a race. In this case, no, I don't know. Anyway, what else is going on in my Head. Oh, I got myself a new planner. I'll move this out of the way so I don't ink up my planner. Can I stay here? Oh, look, somebody's here. Can I stay here for a bit? I just need the sound of someone talking in the background. You are welcome. Doma Kyo. So I got myself a new planner because I've been having a hard time remembering everything that I got to do. So I went to church this morning. I have my niece's birthday party. I'm currently inking page 204 here. And then re-upload last broadcast edit. Or, yeah, that's a weird way to say it, but yep. So I'll remember all the stuff I gotta do from now on. So, yeah. Everybody's welcome on Ink the Book Show. I'm just sitting here inking, what was it, 204? This is my first graphic novel. I'm learning by doing. It's my book Bonehead, where I've got this little bucktooth skeleton character named Bonehead, and he's kind of this goof off, but at the beginning of the book he's decided he's going to start getting his life together. So he's going to go for a promotion. Let me pull this back down again on the hurt. He's going to go for a promotion at the poison factory that he works at. And then he's going to ask his girlfriend, this little ghost girl named, here's not the best picture of her right there, but Petunia, his ghost girlfriend. He's going to ask her to marry him. And then he finds out that his bosses have been working on some top secret project and are going to be closing the poison factory forever, which is going to mess up all of Bonehead's future plans. So he steals the top secret project so they can't close the factory. And it gets him wrapped up in this big, hairy sci-fi fiasco. And there's aliens and space travel and kind of some dimensional travel. And then monsters, bug monsters. So that's what I'm working on. And I try to do this every day, do a page every day. I'm almost done inking the whole book. And then when I finish, I'm going to start coloring it eventually. I got to figure out how I'm going to scan these 11 by 17 comic art boards. I had an idea when I was at church today. What was it? What was it? Something. Oh, I know. So I've been for the longest time, I've been looking for a large format, like 11 by 17 scanner, but I'm finding I know sometimes you can find one for pretty cheap. That's what I hear like all these artists say. Like I got this Mustang for $80. I got this Brother one for 150. Well, I haven't found one for a good price yet that wasn't impossible to like what is it? Facebook Market or Marketplace or whatever it's called has been the closest I've found, but where it was like a decent price that I was willing to pay. Um, I found one on eBay the other day that would have been a reasonable price, but I would have had to drive all the way out to Indiana. I'm still I'm over here in Illinois, which that's not the worst idea that ever happened, but I'd rather have something shipped to me if I could. Um, what else? What was I saying? So I'm just proceeding with making this because I know it's not outside the realm of possibility to be able to scan these some other way. I've gone to my local library and scanned some pages. I've gone to two different libraries, and they've both libraries had issues scanning my pages, even though they have a scanner big enough for them. The first library I went to, what happened? It was supposed to email me. Like the only way they could do, I brought a USB, but the only way they could do it was email my scans to me, and it never sent the emails. So I was like, all right, I'll go to this other library, see what they've got. And theirs was the same deal, like it emails your scans to you. And this one did, but it kind of jacked up the edges of the page. Like it like inverted them and kind of messed them up. But which I could probably fix fairly easily, but I don't want to do that for, I don't know if I mean, I could. I don't know if I want to do that for 200 plus pages. I realized I could go to the art department at the community college and probably do it pretty smoothly until I get a scanner of my own. Or, there's always like, what is it, FedEx Office, or is Kinko's still a thing? There used to be a Kinko's, now it's a FedEx Office. I think FedEx Office bought them out. I'm going to do the little ones. I keep turning the page back around because I want to ink it upright in the back of my mind. I don't realize I keep turning it the right way, but I don't want to. I want to do it upside down because otherwise my hand will be in this wet ink over here. And my subconscious isn't having the upside down page. So this is Bonehead. He's yelling to his friends like, I found it! It's kind of crazy. I thought I had like 40, 50 pages to ink still. There's this scene I am redrawing because there was a continuity error, like a pretty bad continuity error. So I was rewriting this scene, and then I realized there's all this other stuff that I could put into it. So I'm reworking this one scene, and the plan was for it to be 10 pages. I don't know how many pages it's going to be, maybe 20. But other than that, I thought I had like 20, like 30 pages left to go. Besides that scene, and it was like 13. So I'm almost done inking this book, which is really exciting. So let's see. Let me do this ship first in the foreground. Oops. So this is my this YouTube show, Ink the Book Show, has been my exercise in. Ooh, did I knock my camera? It's been my exercise to like make myself draw more reliably, like put it in front of an audience and hold yourself accountable kind of thing. And it's been working, I guess. It's also been good for it's made me a better talker, because I've always been a shy guy and it's always been hard to get my words out. I always get tongue tied and kind of like gun shy when, I've got a microphone in my face or something, or a spotlight on me. And now I'm just babbling on and on. So it's been good for that. Let's see, this is gonna come here. This is like a headlight. I gotta see a picture of this ship now. My knees. So there's a picture of this ship on the first pages of the book. Right here. I guess it doesn't really, it's not too consequential. It's whatever my imagination wants it to be. Okay, there's that. And then there's a wing sticking out over here. and its wings kind of look like computer mouses, computer mice. Is it? Computer mace? Mises? Okay, and then the rest is pretty much. Oh, wait. He's got this background here. And everything else is going to go to black. This is going to be just a vague shaded background behind him. Nondescript. It can't be black though because everything around it's going to be black. Okay. And I basically taught myself how to ink just for the ink with a brush, ink and brush, just for this comic. Oh, you said, let's see. Thanks again for letting me hang out a bit. It helps me fill the void of silence in solo gaming. And yeah, I can't draw to save my life, even if it's a stick man. It looks whack as hell. Well, yeah, you're always welcome. I do try to do a stream a day as often as I can. Yeah, about a few years ago, I was like, I started trying to draw something every day and post it to Instagram and I held myself to it pretty religiously for like almost 2 years, I think. And I still do pretty often, but this comic kind of eats up a lot of time. When I first started it, I was making an animation of these characters. So on my YouTube channel, which is also Wrangleshank, like the Twitch channel. On my YouTube channel, there's a video called Bonehead Pilot, and it's a 16-minute cartoon. Oh, there's a link in the chat, and I usually add it to the description of the video or of the broadcast after the fact on Twitch. That has a link to the Bonehead cartoon. It's like a link tree with a bunch of links. So yeah, I made a Bonehead cartoon, and I decided I wanted to make a Bonehead comic. It's about the past 4 years I've been trying to like up my art game. Just be a better artist. Drawing every day really helped me. And the thing was, I wanted to do like a big project every year. So I started the animation. That ended up taking me like 2 years. I think this book might also take me about 2 years. I might have been working on it for close to that long already. I I wrote it and penciled it, I think, in about a year. I don't know if it took that long. Maybe it was like 8 months or something. And I've been inking it for about a year. And instead of spending another year coloring it with nothing to show for it, I think what I want to do is, once I get a reliable way to scan these pages in, I think what I want to do is, while I'm continuing to color it, I think I might try and put out black and white 24-page issues of it somewhere, just to kind of have something to show for it. And I've kind of figured out, excuse me, how I can bust it up, and it wasn't planned as issues by any means, but I kind of figured out how I can at least do like the first third of the book in 24-page issues. Where it would like kind of cut it up in decent ways, like on good spot. I'm in good spots. I might have to do some like little supplemental material for some of it if I do that, but that's my plan. So on, I know Twitch holds like 2 weeks of streams, but all my broadcasts since the front cover of this book have been broadcast on YouTube. So there's like hundreds of, like, all the footage of me inking this book is what's the word? It's archived on my YouTube channel. Except for Thursdays, because it was blocked worldwide, which I was talking about earlier. I'm re-uploading it with an edit. I played some. It wasn't music, but it was some Gorillaz thing that me and someone in the chat were talking about, and I put it up on screen and played it, and I just downloaded the broadcast from StreamYard, and I cut that chunk where I'm playing the thing out and put me singing a song over some other footage that I recorded today, and that's rendering out, and I'm gonna re-upload that broadcast. It should be up tomorrow or today, and then once again, all the footage of me inking this book will be on my YouTube channel. Okay, just making sure I inked everything over there. Is this like a hobby? Oh wait, yeah. Is this like a hobby thing, or is this your job? It's not my job. I don't make any money off it. This is these are just like, this is like what I would like my job to be, kind of. So I work a full-time job that has nothing to do with it's like one of those one of them dead end jobs. But I I'm making it happen. I'm doing the stuff I love anyway, even though nobody is just like handing me fistfuls of money to just do it. Because I went to art school and then I graduated thinking I was going to get a job at like Cartoon Network or something. And that didn't work out. And the best job I got out of that school was I was doing caricatures at Six Flags for a season. And I felt like I was the worst guy there at doing caricatures at the time, anyway. And so I was too embarrassed to come back for a second season. And then a couple years later, I was teaching animation to kids. It was a weird job where I was teaching like small children how to animate on the computer. And you haven't heard Cartoon Network in a while? I guess I don't even know what's on Cartoon Network these days. Now that you mention it. Yeah, I had this job where I was teaching like kids between like 7 and 13 how to animate in Adobe Animate, which used to be Flash. Maybe it was still technically Flash at the time. I don't remember. I think it was Animate by that point. Which is almost too much for kids that young to wrap their head around. But I figured out how to kind of engage them and make simple projects. But then I realized, like, I don't know if teaching is for me, and I'm wondering if these art jobs are really fulfilling the art thing in my heart. Because I realized I don't know that I just want to do art for a living. I think I want to make my own stuff is what I really want, you know? And so at that point, I kind of just, like, it was like the lady would call me back every season or it was like 4 times a year. She'd start a new batch of classes. You said, last show I vividly remember watching from Cartoon Network is Chowder, and that ended a while back. Last year? That only ended last year? I thought that was like... Oh, now Motherfucking Joe's back. This is page 204. I've probably done about 220 or so because of all these pages I added in the middle. And I've probably got close to 20, maybe 30 pages left to go. Yeah, it's less than 30 pages left to go. I'm pretty certain of that. No, Chowder ended a while back. That was like back when Billy and Mandy was still going, wasn't it? Or maybe a little after that. Joe, I was talking about this earlier. The Gorillas thing I played on Thursday got the stream blocked worldwide, is what it says. And so I'm I downloaded it from StreamYard, and I recorded something to cover to take that thing's place, and then I'm gonna re-upload it, but it's just rendering now, and it'll take a while to upload back onto YouTube. Oh, by the way, it's on Twitch still. It even didn't block it on it, like when I post stuff on my Facebook page for my family, it will like tell me that it's muted parts of the broadcast. It didn't say that on Facebook. Nothing else had a problem with it other than YouTube. So I'm re-uploading it to YouTube, edited with a song I made about, well, what I replaced it with. But I thought you might think that was funny, that because I think even before I put it on, you're like, you were saying it, and I was thinking the same thing. Like, oh, if it's not music, shouldn't be a problem, right? And I guess it was for YouTube anyway. Dragging my hand through the ink. I don't want to drag it across the page. Let's see. Here's this guy's name is Billy TV. This little alien guy. I'm having troubles with signal. It keeps cutting out. I might have to jump on a different time. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's good to see you. Oh, my stomach's growling already. It's like lifting up the door. It's got like the, what do you call it? I want to say Mandalorian. What is it called? It's called a DeLorean. The Back to the Future car. It's got like the doors like the DeLorean. Here's that. It's like the frame of the door. And this is like a handrail. We've seen this ship earlier in the book. Man, my stomach is growing so much. I haven't had a chance to eat yet. And I'm on my second or third cup of tea. Yeah, it's got to be my third. I don't drink very much coffee in my life. I will if I go to like a what do you call it? Like yeah, I guess a diner. Or if I'm at a hotel or something. If coffee presents itself to me, I'll drink it. But I was raised by an Irish. My mom's from Ireland, and I've been drinking tea since I was like 5. And I've been drinking narcotic amounts of tea since I was like in high school. And when I made the Bonehead cartoon, I was getting so tired of more of a coffee guy. I When I was making the Bonehead cartoon that I made, I was getting tired of going up and down the stairs, having to refill my cup of tea every half hour. So I I went into the kitchen, I grabbed the tea kettle, and I put it on my desk, and I got a little jar and put all my tea bags in there. And I used to take all my life. I took milk and sugar in my tea, but I like gave it up then, and it's kind of a good thing because I don't even like milk and sugar in my tea anymore. I just drink it black. But because that was probably not good for me. How much milk and sugar I was drinking a day in my tea. But so I didn't have to go upstairs like over and over a billion times a day. I put it on my desk. Now it's out in the hall, a little less in my face because I don't have enough desk space. But because I was drinking like, I don't know, at least 8 cups a day while I was making that cartoon. Because animation is time consuming. So let's see. Did you say you were streaming games? Or you're just playing games? I'm trying to read it. Oh, silence and solo gaming. I don't do a lot of gaming. When I do, it's solo. Though or with my roommate, just the two of us or something. But all I'm able to play is just like Mario, Crash Bandicoot, Donkey Kong. That's about it. Anything more complex than that, I don't know what I'm doing. Like when we were kids and we would play like Donkey Kong, I remember telling my dad, like, this is the funnest game. Like, do you want to play, Dad? Like, when we first got our first gaming system, which was Super Nintendo when I was like 10, and everybody else in the world was like on PlayStation. Um, and my dad's like, nah, I don't get these games. He's like, I can't play anything more complicated than Pac-Man. And I remember thinking, like, what's so hard? It's Super Mario. Now I get it. He said, me, I only do gaming when I have a friend on or if they invite me to a game because solo is too boring for me, even if it's a game I enjoy. What time is it? It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm trying to finish this. I mean, I should be able to finish this pretty quickly from here. So it's almost 2. I'd like to finish it before 3 because I'm going to my niece's birthday party. Oh, speaking of games, I was talking about it at the top of the show. I got her. So all my nieces and nephews found out about Luigi's Mansion. They got really into Luigi's Mansion. They're all 5 and under, and so they're always like thinking about Luigi's Mansion, and it's like they're obsessed with it right now. And there's this song on YouTube that they found themselves called Phantom Dancing, and then there's like this 2D animated video that somebody made for it. It's pretty well done, and it's really cute and cool, and it like sums up the game of the first Luigi's Mansion, and my niece, they all loved it. They all wanted to play the video over and over all the time. But I guess my niece would ask for it to be put on, and then she would be crying when it was on. And my brother was like, "What's the matter? I thought you liked it." And she's like, "I'm crying because I like it so much." And I guess her favorite part was, this is really cute. Her favorite part was when there's this part where Luigi, he sings, "I just want my brother home," and he pulls out this star-shaped locket with a picture of Mario in it. And I guess that was her favorite part. And she was telling my brother that she wanted a locket with her brother and sister in it. A star-shaped locket with her brother and sister in it. So I got her this star-shaped locket, and just this morning I cut a picture of her brother and her sister to fit inside it. So I had to cut them like star-shaped and wedge them in there. It turned out really cool. So I think she's going to like that. You said if you do play solo, you put something on in the background and trick yourself in that there's someone playing with you. Oh, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't go in there! Don't go in there! Just kidding. 2 points. Her little sister, she's always singing. Like, there's one part in the song where she goes, or where Luigi goes, "Mamma mia," and so her little sister's like a baby. She's 2. She'll be 2 in September, and every once in a while she'll be walking around and she starts going, "Mamma mia." It's like one of like 12 words she knows how to say. I don't know. Actually, she's starting to say everything. Okay, and then I'll do like that. There's like this vent. So I made like a Bonehead sketchbook when I started the book, and it's mostly like me cleaning up my thumbnail because I was just talking about this on the infamously banned episode of Ink the Book Show. I was showing how I do thumbnails on these note cards, and then I blow them up, print them out, and then I kind of use a light table and clean them up into a sketchbook. And then I use the light table and kind of clean them up on the second pass onto the actual page is kind of my process. And what was I saying? Oh, so in the sketchbook where I first transfer and kind of tighten up my real sketchy drawings, one of the first things I drew in that sketchbook was a model of this ship, front and back. It almost looks like I knew how to do a turnaround of a ship, which does not sound to me like something I would be able to do. Oh, I think I've got, I have one of the first pages of this book I drew twice. I'll show that right now because I want to show the ugly original design of the ship. Let me see if I can find it. It's up here somewhere. Oh yeah, this is terrible. I didn't even ink it all the way. So this is page 1. So here's the ship that I'm currently drawing from the front. It's the first panel, first proper panel of the story. And then here's what that panel originally looked like. This ship is so clunky and stupid. I hate it. I want to throw it in the garbage. This ship. But then I kind of like, I don't know. I kind of was thinking of like making it kind of like a roly-poly or something is kind of my idea. And it's got this kind of like thing in the middle that kind of segments it. And then I gave it these like mouse, like I was saying before, computer mouse wings. And made it a lot more normal. But this, I don't like this. And I have a bunch of drawings somewhere of it where maybe it's a little more understandable what you're looking at, but I hate this drawing, that design. Hers. Domikyo says, looks sick to me. The original one or this thing? Like a little drop shadow behind this thing. This little, what do you call it? I don't know, a fin or something. A rudder? I don't know. Steps. It's cool that my nieces and nephews like that game. 'Cause it's like I remember when that came out. I never really played that so much, but I would watch my siblings play it because terrible at games. And though I will say the Phantom Dancing, that 2D animated video, it's pretty cool. Oh dang, you said both because you can't draw. you'd be happy to have. Sorry, I didn't know how to read this for a split second. Both because I can't draw, and I'd be happy to have a bit of drawing skills. It's 4 a.m. Holy smokes! Where are you? That it's 4 a.m. I'm all the way over here in Illinois in the United States at 2 p.m. I didn't like. I wasn't too fond of the idea of coming on to uh, streaming to Twitch when I first started streaming, but it's crazy. Like, I feel like I don't get so much especially right now. I'm getting like almost no action on somewhere on the opposite side of the globe. Like that there's a Pogo comic, and it's also in a They Might Be Giants song where he just figures out what's on the opposite side of the world by taking a gun and blowing a hole through it. He's like, okay, we're here. And that's how they find out what's on the opposite side. But you're in East Asia. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's just so cool that so I barely find new people, at least that comment on YouTube, and I think it's really cool that I get all these like I'm always getting new people engaging in conversation on Twitch since I've joined it, and they're always from all over the place. It's really cool. Like, I didn't know I'd be talking with someone over in East Asia today. Or people from Australia or Quebec or what was it, Denmark, I think. I'm always getting new people. It's cool. Ooh, here's the thing. I'll have to look at the proper first page. Okay. I can never remember if this tip of the wing is supposed to be bisected like the rest of it. And I guess not. Put a little shadow on these little cans down here. See, here's the door handle, kind of thing. There's that. I started to draw Billy, but it up here in the cockpit, and I stopped. Okay, there's him. inside of the ship. Okay. And then we're also gonna have what? This background needs to go in. Oh, this is part of the wing, I believe. And then whoosh! He's powering it up. Some boxes, because this is an abandoned garage. That's the problem with all this tea that I drink is I went to the bathroom right before I started streaming because I was worried it was going to be a problem during the show and I have to go to the bathroom again. I've only been on an hour. So, what game are you playing? If I'm not interrupting by asking. At your leisure. I'm curious. There, you said you might have a slight addiction to Dota 2. I don't know what that is. Currently have 2K hours played on it. I feel like it's on the tip of my brain. Day of the attack. I don't know. There is this game I'm excited about coming out on Steam. I've showed the trailer for it on here before, but I don't have it queued up. It's called The Many Pieces of Mr. Koo. And it's this like hand animated, well, I don't know about how hand animated it is, but it's this like really, it's got really cool, like almost classic animation kind of style to it. And I followed them on Twitter and on Instagram. Let me see what their handle is. Mr. Koo. So Mr. Koo, MisterCoo_GAME on Twitter. And hey, Instagram is white again. It was all like black for the past month or so. It's back to kind of looking normal. Mr. Looking for Mr. Koo. Mr. Koo. I can't find it. It's But anyway, MISTERCOO_GAME on Twitter. But also, if you just look up the many pieces of Mr. Koo, it's a really cool looking game where I guess like this, it's this little yellow guy, and he just kind of comes apart. I think is kind of the main thing in the game. There is a demo available. It's a real short demo, but it's interesting. It's going to be like a puzzle game. And I like in the trailer, there's this creepy axolotl character that looks really creepy, and I'm interested to find out more about him. But the whole thing, like everything I've seen from it, it just seems really like mysterious and dreamy. Looks pretty interesting. Yeah. That's something I could probably play and have fun. I think it's supposed to come out this fall or early 2023, I think is what I've heard them say. Like, I think the trailer says 2023, but I think I've heard it might be as early as this fall. 2 more panels. My brush is getting a little unruly on me. As the page goes on, usually gets a little tougher to control the bristles. Like once the ink starts getting kind of gummy on the brush, it's still manageable. Ah! My finger slipped. Okay, we're gonna fix that. Finish these steps. Okay. Let's get the white. You think this is a good one? These Sakura jelly roll pens. Oh, there's my new one. Right in front of me. That looks better. Okay. Yeah, I guess Mr. Koo just won 5 awards at some game thing. That's all I know, just because I followed on Twitter. He did some animation of the guy getting crushed by the 5 awards. The music's really cool too in the trailer. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to change whatever dialogue I had here. But this scene should still work because of the stuff I'm adding. Let's see, here's his tie, his crooked tie. That was kind of inspired by Dilbert, even though I never cared for the comic Dilbert. It was just kind of to help him come across as like a natural born loser is kind of what I was thinking when because I didn't originally draw him with a crooked tie, but I thought it would kind of like inform his character as kind of like an underdog. I've got this. Speaking of Mr. Koo, I have a flip book of the character. Well, it's a cool flip book. I'll show it off. I've showed it off before here. Oh, one of my roommates is vacuuming right outside the door. I'll grab it in a minute. Yeah, I saw one day that they had a flip book made that you could buy. I was like, I want to buy a thing for this game because I was really excited about it. And it's actually pretty cool. Here, I'll go get that. Right outside my door. Okay. So here, it's the Many Pieces of Mr. Koo flip book. I think it's the only merchandise you can get of this right now. Maybe ever. Okay. So. Trying to do this in front of a camera, so. Want to see it again? Want to see it again? But wait, there's more. And again. And again. Yeah. I like exploded when I saw the demonstration of that. So it's pretty cool. There's 6 animations in this one flip book. If you hold this strip, so it depends on where you hold it, I guess. If you hold that one, because it's cut weird, like the pages, I guess, are cut at an angle, so it plays like different pages depending on where you hold. Oh, I'm not showing. They're cut at like this weird angle, so it plays different pages depending on where you hold it. And you can, I think if you send in the frames, you can get your own custom 6 animated 6-way animated flip book on that site. It's called it's on here somewhere, flipboku.com. Yeah, flipboku.com. I thought that was really, like, first of all, I wanted to support that game because I was really excited about it. I was like, cool animation, point and click adventure kind of thing. It's not too complicated for me. Looks really fun. And then so I was like, I want to support them by getting that thing. And then on the, I think it was on that site, there was like a little video demo, and I was like, how do that be? So it's like, then I just wanted to buy it to see how it worked. I thought I was high for a second. Yeah. Bless you. Bless you. My roommate's sneezing out there. This was Domakyo's reaction to seeing it. I don't know that this angle makes any sense for this wing. Maybe, in fact, I'm fairly certain it does not. Does that make more sense? Does it help the drawing? I think that's what I'm going to do. trying to look at it on the screen because I feel like it's helping me see it a little better through, like, from a different perspective. Yeah, I don't think the other way makes sense. I'm going for it. Let me get a real eraser. Okay, and then I gotta figure out how the smoke is coming out now. I don't think I want it to be too intense because she's still trying to breathe over here. Let's give it a whirl. His foot. What is the time that it is? 2:30 almost. I'm going to finish this, get right into the bathroom because of all this tea, and then go to my brother's place. That'd be cool to make a Bonehead flip book like that. I'd want it to be like really good animation if I did one. Oh, let me bring that back down. There we go. So she's got this little wisp of bangs. When I made her up, I thought she was kind of cool because her hair is kind of like a ghost wisp. Like, she has the ghost tail, but her hair is kind of also like that. I always say all the characters in Bonehead kind of started with like there was kind of just some jumping off point for their design, and it kind of became their, I don't know, they've got this one quirky thing that kind of makes them a unique character, I think. Like Bonehead, the first thing with him was I wanted to make a skull-headed character with big buck teeth. I thought that would be really funny. And then he kind of also got this point to kind of this peak in his cranium to kind of like match it, because after drawing him a few times, when I drew him straight on, I thought it would be neat to make him like a perfect diamond. And I thought that would be like a good logo. Would be like his head if he looked like if he was just like a perfect diamond. And well, he's not a perfect diamond anymore. That's also not it was just kind of like where the shape of his head came from anyway. But so his thing was that he was a skull with big buck teeth. And then Billy TV, the little alien guy here, was just an alien wearing like a baseball cap. I don't know. I just thought that would make like the alien character unique. And then it was just something I'd never seen before, I don't think. And then there's, where is he? Bonehead's buddy, Mort, is a little different in that. Let me find a good page with Mort on it. So Mort is this little devil guy, and he's Bonehead's buddy, and he works at the poison factory also. So I usually don't like usually when he's in this kind of pose, he's facing us. So, but his design, he's basically like a zigzag. So his horns, his face comes out, his back, and his knees and feet, and he's just like a big zigzag. And then his tail also kind of zigzaggy. And that was the jumping off point for designing Mort. And gee, Bonehead. And I'll show you the front cover with the bad guys. So here's Mr. Shivers, who's his boss, and he wears this smiley face mask. And the idea for him was that he was just this perpetually angry, like when I first drew him anyway, the idea was, who's the girl? Who's the ghost looking girl in the back? That's Bonehead's, that's his girlfriend, Petunia. She's a waitress at this this little diner called the Rusty Skillet. And then, so I was saying, I just thought it would be cool to have like or like when I designed her, I was trying to think of like, if he had a girlfriend, what would she be? Because everybody in Bonehead is kind of something. And I was like, what about a ghost? Because I had been drawing this little ghost guy, and he was just a round head and then a wisp tail and little like nubby arms. And I hadn't used him for anything. And I thought it would be cool to have to kind of make his girlfriend kind of based on that little thing that I had designed. And when I drew her, I gave her like like how the ghost has the wisp tail. This is what I was saying a minute ago. I don't have a great picture of her available, but like the wisp tail, I kind of made her hair like that too. And I thought that was kind of cool. And then Mr. Shivers is Bonehead's boss at the poison factory. And he's just like always angry and stuff. But if he didn't like lighten it up by wearing the mask, everybody would like quit and run away, and no work would ever get done. And then this is his boss, the owner of the poison factory, Denton Crux. And when I first designed him, the idea was he was like the Gerber baby of poison. It was kind of my idea when I designed him. And so I gave him this crossbones bow tie. So he looks like the skull and crossbones that you see on bottles of poisons. So that's kind of like what I was thinking when I made up all those characters. So she's wearing this little black dress because her and Bonehead were supposed to be on a date. And she kind of got stood up. And now Bonehead's climbing onto a spaceship. Let me bring that back in again. Okay, so I'll beef up his outline a little bit. I feel like this is a little wider than his head usually is. I need a good point on my brush, and it's not doing it. Dang it. Yeah, part of my brush is getting too stiff. Got this little tiny bottle of murky water. For just such an occasion. Ooh, it's also got a little bit of paint in it, I think. Watercolor paint. Gotta get that out. Okay. That should help. So where am I? Where am I? So I usually beef up a character's outline or an object's outline if I'm trying to put it in the foreground. So I'm trying to put him in front of her a little bit. Kind of add some depth to the panel. Just jelly roll. I'm gonna use this big old Presto jumbo correction pen instead. This is like the big guns. if it'll work. Dang. Maybe I'm just out of luck. There we go. Okay. It'll just kind of separate him from her in the background, and it'll kind of separate his line work from the line work of the ship. So I'm just going for a little bit of clarity in the line work so it reads well on the black and white level. And then when I add color, it'll be all the more clear for being readable in black and white, is my thinking. Okay, I think that'll do that for me. Now I'm gonna do this ship wing back here. What'd you say? Did you know if you want to save a video from YouTube, if you put SS after the dot and before the word YouTube? Oh, yeah, thank you. I used to have a little widget or something up on my, like somewhere near the, what do you call it, the search bar. And it was like a little, like, steal YouTube button. But thank you. I haven't known an easy way of doing that in a long time. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Or is it SS? Or is it dot SS YOUT? Is that what you're saying? Okay. www dot SSY. Okay. Like that. Cool. Good to know. I'm not as piratey as I used to be. I find less need to be piratey these days. But it would make, you know, bending over backwards and jumping through hoops a lot less annoying just to have something like that. When I sometimes you're trying to do something the right way is just so ridiculously annoying. Also, you said you can see the struggles of a lefty drawing or writing. Ink goes into the hands. Yeah. Right now, my hands are mostly messy because I was trying to wipe the water off the ink when I was trying to kind of clean my brush. But I do stick my hand in like wet ink. Like earlier, I was doing this like almost all black panel, and I kept having to flip the page to avoid dragging my hand through it. Okay, and then I'm gonna throw a little horizon back here. People always notice I'm a lefty. I feel like I almost never notice when other people are lefties. I don't know if it's like I'm a little more used to seeing it or something like that. But I don't know. I might just be the least observant artist in the world. That could be too. Like a lot of artists are very visual people and they're very observant. I feel like I am not. Oh, this is part of her tail. Her tail's curling behind her. Okay. And these steps have kind of these grips on them, so you don't slip. So you don't slip on the steps. Ooh. Okay. Good enough for science. And then last panel. I usually start with his teeth or his eyes. When I draw Bonehead. They're kind of good, simple shapes to dive into, I think. So I intend to make this an actual book. I know I've looked into like what it would take to crowdfund it, I think. Because I was watching people ink comics and for crowdfunding for the longest time. But I was like trying to figure out what it would cost me to do a print run of whatever a long time ago. And it was just like, oh, I would need like $25,000 or something ridiculous. So I don't know. Part of my idea for streaming the whole inking was like, hopefully maybe I'll build an audience while I'm making it, and then if I decide I want to crowdfund it, it'll already have like some amount of an audience built in, which, you know, I've gotten a small handful of people like friends that I've made through streaming, but I don't know if you know, in any case, I still don't know if I would ever crowdfund it. It just that sounds like really a hard thing to pull off if you don't have like a loyal big fan base, because only a fraction of your fan base even is going to come into that. you know. But I've also thought of like publishers that I'd be interested in pitching it to when I'm done. Like Image Comics, I think sounds really cool because what I've heard about them is that they they let you retain the rights to your properties. They just have the like printing rights to it. But you, if you wanted, you could like pitch it to Hollywood for a movie or something, or like you could sell mugs and T-shirts if you want. But they hold the like the publishing rights or whatever. And I for like however many years. And I know artists who that's worked. I know of artists, I should say, who that's worked very well for. I think I like Image for that. I feel like I was looking at some other ones that I can't think of now because I haven't thought about that part in a bit. But yeah. Even if I just do end up doing like a print run of 100 of these or something, I think that'd be pretty cool. I just want a book on my shelf that I made, and the idea is once I finish this, I'm gonna start another one. I'll probably do more animations in between too, but I I've got a bunch of stories that I want to tell, and I've got like at least besides this, I have at least 3 other graphic novels that I want to make off the top of my head. Oops, I see I gotta pull this down as I go because otherwise I keep moving the page too high and start inking off screen. It's about 3 o'clock, so my niece's party is about to officially start. But it doesn't take me too long to get there. And once I finish this page, I'm ready to just go. Oh, he's turning his head. That's what this little swoop is. Um, Dang, that doesn't look right. Um, Okay. Another box in the background. Here's that. Almost there. So there's that. Said questions. What did they call? You sound like another person that comes on here sometimes. What did they call oranges before oranges got their name? Just one guy that comes on here sometimes named Vucky, who always gives me random questions that I don't know how to answer. um, they called them balls. They used the other the other descriptor of, or they called them circles, spheres. True story. Most people don't believe me when I lie, but everything I say is true. Let's see. I feel like maybe make that a little more solid with a shadow. Then I guess I gotta put Bonehead's shadow on there. Somehow, I kind of don't know how to represent Bonehead in this shadow that I've established already. Um, that was a fun decision. Well, How does that read? I guess it's fine. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. I think I'm going to also do that. I can put like some kind of like warning label or something here. Or a button. It'll kind of sell this as a wall. There we go. I think I'm going to call this page done. Let me make this skinnier because it looks too three-dimensional, and I want it to look like a sticker. Okay. Well, that is page 204-ish. Ah. Oh. Ah. Well, this has been today's edition of Ink the Book Show with me, Ryan O'Connor. Thanks for joining me, Domakyo, from East Asia. Amazing. And yeah, anytime you want to jump in, I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to have anyone to talk to. I always invite every stream. I always invite all my brothers and sisters, my parents, my art friends from high school, and my drinking buddies from my college days. I invite them on every show, and my brother used to come on a lot. Everybody else is a huge chicken. I'm talking to you, everyone I know. So I'm happy to have people in the chat hanging out. Anyway, there's a link that I'm going to put in the description, not just for you, Domakyo. You do whatever you got to do, but it's got my social media links. It's a link tree, so it's got everything. It's got my social media links. It's got the link to the Bonehead cartoon that I made. This Bonehead animated. It's a cartoon I made a few years ago. all by myself. And then it's got a link to my TeePublic. I couldn't think of what it was called. TeePublic store, which has like T-shirt designs that I've put up. It's got Ink the Book Show designs. It's got Bonehead designs. It's got just random art designs that you can get on T-shirts and stuff if you care to. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow. That's all I've got for today. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.